Okay, students, uh, welcome to the class. So today we have one topic to be covered. That is, what is the magnetic field for a current carrying loop? Okay, we have seen for magnetic field for a infinite conductor. Yes or no? Infinite conductor we have seen. Now we will go to for a current carrying loop. So you know very well that whenever electric current passes through a current carrying loop, whenever the electric current passes through a loop, okay, this is a circular loop, you will have magnetic field. Okay, now we want to find out if I have a point P, I want to measure what is the magnetic field due to the current passing through this loop. I want to find out what is the magnetic field. So for this, we will consider a loop. We'll consider a loop, current carrying loop, a circle, okay, where current is passing. How a current is passing? Current can pass either this way or that way. Yes or no? Which way? This way or this way? Agree with me, all of you? Yes or no? And based on that, you will have magnetic field direction. Yes or no, guys? Come on, say me.
Yes, sir.
Huh? So based on the magnetic field direction, you will have current. So I am saying I am taking this thing that current is passing in this direction. Which direction? In this direction. If current is passing in this direction, how will the magnetic field be? How will the magnetic field be? You will apply here which loop? Right hand screw rule. So magnetic field will be this side. Yes or no? If I consider the loop like this and current is passing like this, yes or no? So how will be the magnetic field will be upward direction? And if the magnetic field is in this direction, then magnetic field will be in this direction. Yes or no? Guys,
Yes, sir.
okay. So let us consider a loop where magnetic field is coming like this. And I am considering a point P such that it is some direction, X direction from the center of the circular coil. Okay. And if I draw a line here, then this is the direction R or length R. It is like a cone. It is like a cone. Yes. And here the radius of the coil is R. Agree with me? Is the figure clear to all of you? You are considering a point P and you want to find out what is the magnetic field, okay, due to the current carrying loop at point P. Yes. Is it clear? So tell me, which law did we study? We found out for a line. Which law did we study in the last class? Not last class. Maybe 2 class, 3 class before. What was the law called? Harsh? Harsh, what was the law called? What was the law called? Yes or no? Did you forget? If you have a wire,
Yes, sir.
if I want to find out the small dl and I have a point P which is making an angle theta with respect to this, then the dB, because of the current flowing through this wire, small length of wire, you will get a small magnetic field that is equal to mu naught by 4 pi, okay, I dl cross R divided by R cube. Yes or no? This was the law. And remember, whenever there is a cross product, the magnetic field, so you have two things. One is the R and one is the what? The current carrying wire, and obviously the magnetic field will be del cross R. So the cross product of dl cross R will give you the direction of magnetic field. Remember, your dB will be perpendicular to the dl, and your dB will also be perpendicular to the R. Understood? So this problem will become mu naught by 4 pi I dl R sine theta divided by R cube. So 1 R go. Your final formula will become mu naught by 4 pi I dl sine theta by R square. And theta will depend what is the angle. If it is 90 degree, sine theta will become, sine 90 will become 1. Is it clear? This all we studied in the class. Yes? Swaroop, Harsh, why are you not answering?
Yes, sir.
Swaroop,
Yes, sir.
we all studied all this? Yes? So now we will apply the same law in this current carrying loop and find out. Clear? So now remember,
Yes.
let me rub this. I don't want to rub. You want to rub? You can rub. You want to write down. Okay. So what is this? We have to find out what is the dB. Okay. Now see this R, your current is passing like this. So the DL will be like this or not? Inside, going inside. If you see like this, current is flowing like this. So DL will be in this direction. Here the DL will be in this direction. Here the DL will be this direction. So here if you see, the DL is like this. And here the DL is like this. So the DL and the current are 90 degree to each other or not? Yes or no? Just
Yes, sir.
imagine a ring. Current is like this. Current is flowing like this. So current and the DL are both 90 degree to each other. Similarly, your R and DL are also 90 degree to each other. R and DL. This is the DL. Okay. And this one is the, just imagine, this is a ring. Just put some kind of, what do you call that? A pen here in this direction. If you see, this angle will be how much? 90 degree. This angle will be how much? 90 degree. Understood? So the DL and the R are perpendicular to each other. So your DL cross R will become what? DL R sine theta. But theta is 90 degree. So what will be DLR? Your DL sine theta will become DLR because sine 90 is 1. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
So now, so the magnetic field which you will get will be perpendicular. For this R, it will be perpendicular to the R. You will get perpendicular to the R, and this magnetic field will be in this direction. Why? You know very well that DLB, your DB will be perpendicular to the DL and also will be perpendicular to the R. Yes, this DB will be perpendicular to the this R, and this DB will be perpendicular to the this R. Which are, sorry, here. The angle between this one and this one is 90 degree. Angle between this one and this one is 90 degree. Did you understand? Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you know very well, whenever there is a component will come, dB will come, you will have two components. If the dB is an angle, you will get two components. One is dB cos theta, and you will get one more dB sin theta. Sorry, this side will be dB sin theta. So because of this dB, you will get dB sin theta here, dB cos theta here. And because of this dB, you will get dB sin theta here, dB cos theta here. So the dB magnitude is same. So dB cos theta here and dB cos theta here is same. Only thing they are opposite to each other. So what will happen to this one? They will cancel out. Did you understand? They will cancel out. So what will happen? So the magnetic field in all direction will be the only the sine theta. So dB sine theta will get added up. So at each point of the current loop, whichever part you take, this part, this part, this part, this part, all the vertical components, these are the vertical component, will get cancel out. Will get cancel out. So why? Because for each dB, for each cos theta you have another cos theta this side, which you cancel out. Here you have here and here this side. So for every part of the current loop, if you have a cos theta, you have another cos theta opposite direction. Did you understand? Did you understand? So what will be contributing?
Yes,
You
sir.
will only have your dB
Yes, sir.
sin theta contributing. All the dB sin theta will contribute. That means if you want to find out, what is the total magnetic field produced, so what you will do? You will just integrate what? dB sin theta. Did you understand? What you will do? You will integrate dB sin theta. So what is dB in the Biot-Savart's law? What did you study? Somebody tell me what is the Biot-Savart's law says? Yes. Come on. What does the Biot-Savart's law says? It says that your dB is what? Mu naught by 4 pi. Yes or no? I dl cross R. Which R? This R, capital R, divided by R square into R. This is your formula. So substitute your, what is sine theta? I told you what is theta here. What is theta? Theta is 90. Yes or no? Theta is 90. No, I told you, no, it is 90.
Yes.
So sine theta will be 90. So what you are left with? You are left with I dl R divided by R cube. And mu naught by 4 pi is already outside. Clear? Any doubts here?
No.
Any
No,
doubts
sir.
here? So what will happen now? What will happen? So this R, can you just see this R? So you have, all these are constant. This distance is a constant. This is a constant. So what is variable? Only the dl. Yes or no? So mu naught by 4 pi I R by RQ will come out. So what you are left with is only the dl. So what is the dl? If this is a small part, if I integrate the whole this thing, so what it will give? It will give the circumference or not? Total length of the circular loop will be what? Your circumference. Yes or no? So mu naught by 4 pi into
Yes.
IR by RQ into 2 pi R. Agree with me? Guys, do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Agree with me? So now can we cut 2 here? Yes. And R square is there. And pi is also cancelled. So what you are left with? Mu naught by 2 I R square by R cube. Is this the one which we got? Is this the one we got? Huh? But what is this R? Can you see this? This is like a cone. This is like a cone. And if I take this cone, this is like a 90 degree. So is this a right angle triangle? This whole part? Yes or no? This is an hypotenuse. This is the base and this is the what? The height. It is like this. Yes or no? R, X and R. So what will be the R? Your R square will become X square plus R square. Yes or no? Yes or no? So this R will become what? X square
Yes.
plus R square root over. So can I substitute here? Can I substitute this part? So what will become? What will become? mu naught by 2 I r square. Here, instead of r, you will put this one. So x square plus r square to the power half to the power q. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So now tell me if this radius, if this length is very big, that means this x is very big, we will have a special case. We will have a special case. Like if this r, the length of the r is very big, which one? X. X is very, very big. That means you have a small current carrying loop, but x is very big. It's very far. So x is greater than r. So can we ignore this r square? R is already small. If r is 0.001, so r square will become still smaller or not? So can I let go this one? Yes. So what will your expression becomes? Mu naught by 2 I r square divided by x square half. So it will become what? X cube. I r square by x cube. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, if your radius is very big, that means you have a ring where it is very big, but the distance here is very small. So can I let go this r x square? Your x square becomes 0. So what your expression will become? Your expression will become what? Mu naught by 2 I r square, and this will become 0. So square get cut, it will become r cube. So answer here 2 will come, it will get mu naught I by 2r. Did you understand? Guys, did you understand? Clear or
Yes.
not?
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubts? Any doubts? Tell me, I will explain again. Any doubts? Please tell, I will explain again.
No, sir. No, sir.
Swaroop? Swaroop.
No, sir.
So this is what is given in the expression. Okay. So now we have a next called magnetic lines for a current loop. So if you have a current loop, so what expression, what formula we got then? The formula which we got is general formula. General formula we got B equal to mu naught by 2 I r square by x square plus r square ka 1 by 3 by 2. This is your actual expression. So you will say if x is greater than r, then your condition will become mu naught by 2 I, okay, r square by x cube. And if your x is way less than r, then it will become mu naught by 2 I divided by 2r. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
So what will happen? Your current loop, this is what your, if you see your page number 244, this is your expression. This is your expression for large distances. If your current loop is very far, your r is very small, your x is very far, this is called a axial. At a very far point, you will get answer this one. The expression will become this one. Understood? Understood?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
But if your current loop is very small, your distance is very small, R is very, very big, then your expression will become mu naught I by 2R. So it depends on the formula. It depends on the formula, which one you are going to do. The general formula is this one. This is your actual formula. But question will be given, consider the distance, X is very, very larger than Z. Clear? Clear? So on that basis,
Yes.
your formula will change and you can easily include your findings. Is it clear?
Yes.
So we have one more topic left, that is Ampere circuital law. Okay. Ampere circuital law. So with that law, we will be able to finish this chapter, and we will have one more class left. 2 more classes are there, and the final class I will take a test. Okay. So please prepare yourself. Don't wait for the last moment. Prepare yourself. Today I have to leave early because I'm having a flight night, so I have to leave now. So next class we will continue with the Ampere circuital law, and the whatever portions are remaining, we'll do some problems also. And in the next class, I'm going to say that next class means which Rishabh, where is the class it is? Can you tell me?